Hello and welcome to Soap Secrets. Now we're going to kick off this week with Coronation Street, and joining me is Claire Rock. Hi Claire.
Hi Hannah.
Your expert knowledge. I would like to know everything because there's trouble at speed dial this week, isn't there?
Yes. So we know how hard Alia and Yasmin have worked to make the restaurant a success, Hannah. And we were all a bit shocked when Alia's brother rocked up a couple of months ago, Zidane. They welcomed him with open arms, but behind the smiles, we knew that Zidane was cleaning dirty money through the restaurant for his dodgy ex-father-in-law, Hashim. I'm not quite sure how you clean dirty money through it, but...
How do you do that?
He's got to take money and put it through the books somehow, I think. But it all goes wrong this week when Ryan, who's been suspecting something is up, finds the bag of cash and confronts Z. So, there's a big row. You would be, because you wouldn't want to put your family's restaurants at risk in this fashion, because if the police found out, there would be serious repercussions. So Ryan spills the beans to Alia, because that's where his loyalties lie, and she confronts Hashim. Now, we all know that Hashim's very dodgy and not particularly nice. So Alia's problems are about to get a whole lot worse, because the truck they're using for the Christmas market stall goes missing, and somebody had the bright idea of stashing Hashim's money inside. So now they've lost this massive amount of money. So what will the Nazirs do? And when Hashim finds out, he insists, this is really scary, he insists, Hannah, that Zidane torches Speed Daal for the insurance money.
Oh, no.
To pay him back, because he wants his money back. Men like that, if you lose their money, you have to pay them back. They're really unpleasant about it. So, yeah, he said, torch the place. But when the eatery goes up in flames, Z is aghast to see that someone is inside. Has he committed arson and killed a loved one?
Well, this is often the way, isn't it?
Yeah.
They go and do these things, really rash, stupid decision, and then of course, they pay the price for it because someone happens to be in there that they weren't expecting.
Yes, completely.
Oh dear. And there's trouble in paradise for Emma.
Yes. I love Emma. She's so lovely. And I think, Steve and Tracy took her into their heart because, Emma, it turned out, was, she discovered when she was in her 20s, she's actually a daughter of Steve. And she has fallen in love with Curtis. Now, he's got this an inoperable brain disorder. And she has her wedding set for Christmas. So we're nearly at Christmas, aren't we, Hannah?
Yeah, we are.
So, and she's
just round the corner.
He's really just round the corner. She's knee deep in planning it, because not only has she got to plan Christmas, but now she has to plan a wedding.
Oh yeah, that's. I had my wedding at Christmas. I know what that feels like.
Oh really? That was lovely. So that was really nice. Was it a really lovely time?
It is lovely. It's brilliant. Christmas is my favourite time of year, and it was just like a big excuse to have a massive party with all the people that you care about. It is absolutely brilliant. But it does Christmas is suddenly, we were literally married on the 22nd, so it was so close, and suddenly, God, Christmas is here. But it extends the party vibe, which is good.
Well, you know how Emma's feeling then.
I do.
So we suspect that Curtis is hiding something, and wanting her day to be perfect, Emma reaches out to his parents, who he said he's not in contact with anymore, and lovely Emma, she invites them to the wedding. And when his dad Neville turns up, who Curtis insists is his stepdad, as his dad died from the same condition that he has, is a big bombshell about to land.
Yes, I'm going with yes. This is a big Christmas coming up. We know that.
Yes, I think Coronation Street are lining all their ducks up ready for Christmas. And it's going to be a great Christmas. Corrie always do a lovely Christmas, so I'm really looking forward to Corrie Christmas.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Emmerdale's not going to let us down. What is going on between Tracy and Nate?
Yes, Nate is claiming. Now, Nate went out on a hot night to Hotham with his mate, and he met this lovely lady called Fiona, and we're not quite sure what went on, but he says nothing went on. He went home with Fiona, which I don't think a an engaged man would do anyway. So we're not sure what went on. Tracy isn't sure, and after all the pain of her postnatal depression she recently suffered from, which was great. Amy Walsh was brilliant at portraying all her pain. She's still not feeling overly confident. So she's got a newish baby. She's been through all this pain, and Nate goes off on a lad's night out to Hotton and catches the eye of a pretty lady. So that's really rocked her confidence. And then when Frankie, her daughter's first words are "Dada," her confidence sinks even lower.
Yeah, she feels like, no, it shouldn't be Dada first.
It could be anything. Children can say any word, really, can't they?
I think my child's was cake. Says a lot about our house. But the Dingles all rally round in a situation like this. They always do, don't they? But can Kane and the rest of them get them back together?
Well, that's a big question. That is a big question. And Hannah, Amy Walsh, who plays Tracy, is expecting a baby. So she would have to go on mat leave soon.
So that's a little indication.
She's going to have to be out of Emmerdale for however long she wishes to take mat leave for. Now, do you know who Amy's real life partner is?
I didn't know. I do now, but go on, say it, because I was really shocked.
So it's Toby Alexander Smith, who plays serial killer Gray in EastEnders.
Wow. So they met a recording of Strictly Come Dancing. Do you know what? It's so weird because it just shows that people can keep these relationships out of the public eye, because I just, working in showbiz and what have you, wasn't specifically across that. So that's absolutely brilliant. So he'll have to go on paternity leave at some point too.
Yes, he will need it.
And there's another storyline, as always a couple of things going on, unless you're Holby, and there's many things going on. We need to cast our minds back to that survival challenge, don't we? Because Priya got very badly burned in that maze fire, and she's had all sorts of skin grafts and everything, and we kind of that comes up again this week.
It does. So she has very nasty burns on her back.
Right.
So she got burned completely on her back. And yes, she's had a couple of skin grafts. Now, burns are really nasty things. Skin grafts, she's got to be careful about infection. I think she's still in enormous amounts of physical pain as well as mental pain, because her whole back's, she hasn't seen it. I don't know how well the skin grafts are going, but it's not going to be as it once was. And this week she has a life-changing moment when she sees her scarred back for the first time. So Priya's lovely. She's also gorgeous. So she is absolutely gorgeous. So it's going to be a big thing for her that she has this. She's got this scarring now on her back, and she's invited to a drinks do, and Layla calls around to go with her. Now Layla's all dressed up to nine. Layla's also gorgeous, and Priya's been wearing, as you would do, comfortable clothes. She doesn't want stuff touching her back, so she's been in tracksuits and things. So not really, I suppose, not really great to go to a drinks party. And she looks at Layla and she thinks, maybe I should make an effort and put some posh clothes on. So as they go up to the bedroom, with Layla's help while getting changed, she turns into the mirror to see her back for the first time. And I think it's quite a shocking moment for her. Yeah. And will this torment trigger the return of her eating disorder?
There was always a trigger, isn't there?
Yes.
Oh dear. Right. Any happy news in Hollyoaks, please? No, of course there isn't. Because there's a kidnapping.
Well, Darren's still kidnapped. He was kidnapped about
but
3 weeks.
He's not going to be found for Christmas, is he?
No, I don't think so. He's not going to be found before Christmas. This is Darren, and this is Hollyoaks. So he's still kidnapped. I think it's very highly unlikely the writers are going to free him. Yeah. So Nancy's pregnant. His wife is pregnant. She's in need of support. She doesn't know where Darren is. He's desperately trying to escape from the hotel where he's being held. He does get hold of a phone and he manages to call Nancy, but as Nancy answers, the phone dies, runs out of battery. And Nancy fears he's never going to return. And I think, we all knew what happened with Breeder and Tony, and he was gone for a couple of months. So this could really run until the new year, into January.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Steve and Sienna are running this cleaning operation, and they have been tasked with cleaning the hotel, coincidentally, where Darren is being held hostage. So as they are cleaning it, and Darren is desperately trying to escape, will the two groups meet up, and will Darren be a free man?
Well, like you said, if you're a betting woman, not before Christmas. Darren's best mate Luke is, he's searching for him, isn't it? That, they all want to find, but it sort of goes from bad to worse, really, because they all get into trouble while they're trying to find him.
Yes, Luke does. So we have concerns over his health this week because he becomes obsessed with finding Darren. Now, we all know that Luke has FTD, frontal temporal dementia, and this is fueling his obsession. How can they help him? Cindy's really worried. He spends a night in the cold and he's hospitalised with hypothermia. This is Darren's kidnapping doesn't just affect Nancy and obviously her pregnancy and their family life. It's also now affecting Luke, and because they're great mates. So yes, he is very concerned about him. But spending the night in the cold and getting hypothermia is not something you really want to do.
Absolutely not. EastEnders. Here we are at EastEnders again. Big trouble brewing in Walford.
Yes. Now, this is a massive storyline, and EastEnders have embargoed quite a lot of it, so it's very difficult to talk about it. But this is going to run and run, and we all know what Aaron is like. We know that Aaron is a racist by now. So I think this is a very brave move for them, because he's and also very brave for the actor, because he's completely unlikable. So it must be very hard to play an unlikable character on screen, because there's nothing redeemable about Aaron. So yes, there is big trouble brewing, and Tiffany's racist boyfriend Aaron is right at the heart of it. And Tiffany's just being really out to lunch on this, Hannah, because she doesn't realise that Aaron is a nasty racist who beat up a Muslim taxi driver and spray painted graffiti on the Argy Bargy restaurant. So we know that he's nasty. But Tiffany's really, really out to lunch on it. He stirs up more trouble when the local school's nativity play is cancelled, and Aaron mouths off about it cancelling English traditions when Isaac has explained it's due to COVID, and they're worried about. It's
a very interesting topic to go near, isn't it, this one? Very tricky but important.
Yes. But it is all down to COVID, as we all know. Especially in schools, you have to be exceedingly careful, and someone has made the decision to cancel it because of COVID concerns. And so Tiffany's ex-husband Keegan tries to explain to Tiffany that Aaron's views are racist, and she should be really careful. But the two are not in a good place, because he's just served her with divorce papers, and so she ignores him. And when she puts her ill-judged opinion on social media, has Tiff set off a chain of events that will spiral out of control?
I'm going to say yes again, Claire. I'm going to say yes again. Christmas is coming. So Christmas is coming, and they're all kind of, getting their ducks in a row, so to speak, aren't they, to make it a big Christmas hit. What's your money on? Who's going to be the best one?
I think it's probably going to be Coronation Street.
Yeah. I think you're right. They've really, really come up trumps this year, haven't they?
Yeah. They've had some really great storylines. There are lots of really nice things going on at the moment. Sally and Maria are really working as classic Corrie characters. I'm not quite sure whether you could call one of them Elsie Tanner, but they've gone back to their roots. I think Jenny is brilliant in the Rovers. I think she is in the mould of Annie Walker. She's got that, and it's nice to see. And it's like I nearly said Bette Midler then. Sorry, Bette Gilroy.
Oh, Bette Gilroy. I was going to say Bette Lynch. I'm getting it all wrong. We're all getting it wrong. Yeah, no, I do think they what Corrie's done is it's gone back to its roots to recreate some characters, but understood that it needs to sort of give some love to the younger ones to create that lot that will then grow up through it, because they try to hang on to their staff, so to speak, don't they? Their characters, I think.
Yes.
And so you don't see quite the rotation. But no, I think you're right. I think this year they've really pulled out of the bag. It's been great.
And I love the sinkhole, because last year the sinkhole was down to the redevelopment of the street, and David didn't get it fixed all year, and then it came back to bite the street again when we had the sinkhole saga and the collapse, etc. So they had that kept that one going, which I thought was really nice.
Yeah, they've got a thread of stuff, haven't they, that keeps sort of raising its head. Right, brilliant. Well, that's what we have to say about Christmas. We will be back next week with more soap gossip. In the meantime, keep safe, and thank you for listening.